How do you know if a portfolio is actually performing well? If someone tells you their investment earned 12% this year, does that mean it was a good investment? Not necessarily. What if they took enormous risk to earn that 12%, while a simple government bond earned 5% with almost no risk at all? To truly evaluate investment performance, you need to measure return relative to the risk taken. That is exactly what the Sharpe Ratio and the Treynor Ratio do. These are the two most important risk-adjusted performance measures in all of finance, and every securities analyst needs to master them. Let us start with the building blocks. Before we can calculate Sharpe and Treynor, we need three fundamental risk concepts: variance, standard deviation, and beta. Variance measures how spread out the returns of a security are around their average. A high variance means the returns swing wildly from period to period. A low variance means they are stable and predictable. Standard deviation is simply the square root of variance. It is expressed in the same units as return, which makes it easier to interpret. For example, if a stock has an expected return of 10% and a standard deviation of 4%, you can say that in a typical year, the return will likely fall somewhere between 6 and 14%. Beta measures something different. It measures systematic risk, the sensitivity of a security's return to the overall market. A beta of 1 means the security moves exactly with the market. A beta greater than 1 means it amplifies market movements. A beta less than 1 means it is more stable than the market. Let us work through a complete numerical example. Suppose we have three securities, A, B, and C, plus the market portfolio. Over 4 periods, security A returned 10, 6, -2, and 8%. Security B returned 8, 4, -4, and 12%. Security C returned 6, 2, 0, and 4%. And the market returned 8, 4, 0, and 4%. First, let us calculate the expected return for each. The expected return is just the average of the observed returns. For security A, we add 10 plus 6 minus 2 plus 8 and divide by 4. That gives us 5.5%. For security B, we get 5%. For security C, we get 3%. And for the market, we also get 4%. Now let us calculate variance and standard deviation. For security A, we take each return, subtract the mean of 5.5, square the difference, and average the results. The deviations are 4.5, 0.5, -7.5, and 2.5. Squaring these gives 20.25, 0.25, 56.25, and 6.25. The average of these squared deviations is 20.75. That is the variance. The standard deviation is the square root, which is about 4.55%. We repeat this process for B, C, and the market. Security B has a standard deviation of about 5.7%, security C about 1.41%, and the market about 2.83%. Now beta. Beta is calculated as the covariance of a security's returns with the market divided by the variance of the market returns. The covariance measures how two variables move together. To calculate the covariance of A with the market, we multiply each pair of deviations, the deviation of A from its mean times the deviation of the market from its mean. Then we average those products. For security A, the deviations from mean are 4.5, 0.5, -7.5, and 2.5. The market deviations from mean are 4, 0, -4, and 0. Multiplying, 18, 0, 30, and 0. Average, 12. That is the covariance. The market variance is 8. So beta of A equals 12 divided by 8, which is 1.5. A beta of 1.5 means security A is 50% more volatile than the market. Similarly, beta of B comes out to about 1.55 and beta of C to about 0.5. Security C is the most defensive of the three. Now we are ready for the main event. The Sharpe Ratio, named after Nobel laureate William Sharpe, measures excess return per unit of total risk. The formula is the return of the portfolio minus the risk-free rate, all divided by the standard deviation of the portfolio. Sharpe equals RP minus RF, divided by sigma p. Suppose the risk-free rate is 2%. For security A, Sharpe equals 5.5 minus 2 divided by 4.55. That is 3.5 divided by 4.55, which equals 0.77. For security B, Sharpe equals 5 minus 2 divided by 5.7. That is 3 divided by 5.7, which equals 0.53. For security C, Sharpe equals 3 minus 2 divided by 1.41. That is 1 divided by 1.41, which equals 0.71. And for the market, Sharpe equals 4 minus 2 divided by 2.83, which equals 0.71. What do these numbers tell us? Security A has the highest Sharpe ratio at 0.77, meaning it delivers the most excess return per unit of total risk. Security B has the lowest Sharpe at 0.53, the worst risk-return trade-off. Now the Treynor ratio. Named after Jack Treynor, it measures excess return per unit of systematic risk only. The formula is the return minus the risk-free rate divided by beta. Treynor equals Rp minus Rf divided by beta P. For security A, Treynor equals 3.5 divided by 1.5, which equals 2.33. For security B, Treynor equals 3 divided by 1.55, which equals 1.94. For security C, Treynor equals 1 divided by 0.5, which equals 2. And the market Treynor equals 2 divided by 1, which equals 2. The market beta is always 1 by definition. So by the Treynor measure, security A is still the best performer at 2.33, but notice that security C now looks relatively better compared to the Sharpe ranking. That is because C has very low systematic risk relative to its return. When should you use Sharpe versus Treynor? If you are evaluating a standalone investment or a poorly diversified portfolio, use the Sharpe ratio because total risk matters. If you are evaluating a security that will be added to an already well-diversified portfolio, use the Treynor ratio because only systematic risk matters, since the unsystematic risk will be diversified away. Let us summarize the key takeaways. First, never evaluate investments on return alone. Always adjust for risk. Second, the Sharpe ratio uses standard deviation, capturing total risk. It is best for evaluating complete portfolios. Third, the Treynor ratio uses beta, capturing only systematic risk. It is best for evaluating individual securities within a diversified portfolio. Fourth, a higher ratio is always better for both measures. Fifth, the market itself serves as a benchmark. If your Sharpe or Treynor beats the market, you are adding value. These two ratios, along with beta, form the foundation of modern portfolio performance evaluation. Master them, and you will have the tools to critically assess any investment.